What is consciousness? Firstly, it's you have to be very careful when you speak about consciousness, because everything is consciousness. Apart from you, the witness, not the body, not the mind, but the witness that experiences everything. You cannot say that you, the witness, are consciousness alone. Okay? But without it, it doesn't matter if you're a superior thing to consciousness. It's useless. You're useless without it. So when we describe consciousness, you have to imagine that you are this consciousness. It's very important to imagine that you are this consciousness within yourself, not within your mind and try and make something of it, but using your intellectual mind, your highly in tune mind. You are this consciousness that this speaker is speaking about. What is consciousness? In comparison to what other theorists say, it is not the brain. There's nothing to do with the brain, but the brain is required to translate consciousness through senses. Straight away, consciousness is the essence of everything. So whatever you see, your body, your hand, some sort of form object, it is a fluctuation of consciousness in its living state. But what holds everything together is this essence. Now, essence is not a smell, you see. Your eyes and your nose and your mouth and your ears and your hands and all your senses are able to translate objects, translate experiences through words, stories, thoughts, vision, touching, tasting. So the brain is a translator of consciousness. Now, the chemicals within the brain are important for the brain, but they're also important in how it translates consciousness. The brain is also consciousness. See, everything is consciousness. For any being to describe consciousness without actually experiencing it, and experiencing it means you have to acknowledge and realize that you are it. But the mind cannot realize alone. Everything has to realize within you. Your subtle body, your soul body, your spirit body, your gross body, your mind. Everything has to be there. Because everything is consciousness. So you cannot realize consciousness with simply your mind and your gross body. So you have to merge, which you're already in that state. But when you think you are the human body and mind only, you're not merged, you see. You're denying everything else that we call your makeup, your whole makeup. You're denying your whole makeup because you've forgotten about your whole makeup. When God, you, created itself, you, consciousness, God is consciousness creating itself. It experiences itself as it is, as whatever consciousness is. But somewhere down the line, God forgot. God forgot. I'm so in love, I'm so involved in this wonderful, majestical universe, worlds, planets, stars, everything, that I forgot that I'm only imagining this. And God becomes part of the dream, part of the imagination. And you become part of the dream and the imagination. And the only thing that holds you together as whatever you feel as is real is your mind and your body. Your mind and body are very important for that reason. It's the last port of call, you see. When you forgot everything, you forgot who you are, where you came from, why you're here, how many bodies you have, what your makeup is. You need something to say, stop, right, stop, please stop. When human body and mind goes and no more human mind and body comes, what is it? You're going to be lost forever. Lost floating about in your own self. Because you've totally forgot. Totally switched off. Went to sleep in this wonderful world of forms and illusions and experiences and relationships and all the things that keep us as humans. So human beings are not starting at the beginning. You know, this is not the first form. Then we move into soul form, then subtle form and spiritual form, and we go up dimension by dimension by dimension. We are the totality now. This is the final form, you see. This is the form, the body that is needed and required to understand, to awaken, to consciousness yourself. Why can't you know this, you see? Because you have to rewind, you see. The human body and form is here. It has all the tools, all the mechanisms. It has the nose, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the taste. It can speak, it can think, it has a mind. It is so highly tuned to everything. But when one supersedes the other, the senses supersede the sight, the mind supersedes the thoughts supersede your being state, your human state supersedes your being state, you become imbalanced. In the human world, we know what imbalancement is. We have become imbalanced. Yeah? Every day I feel as though, I just want to find this kind of place where I can be at peace, it's stable and everything. How can I do this, you see? Your mind is superseding, your ego mind is superseding pure mind. Yeah? Your food is superseding drink. Your 5 a day is not coming up to the scratch of 5 a day. So your meat portions are superseding vegetables. It's so subtle and technical as a human. But it's much easier to realize yourself. You don't have to go through this step by step, balancing out your food, balancing out your day. That's what the Bible was for, Let's balance out your week. Have Sunday off, please. Please rest. We even ignore that. So how do you balance yourself to experience yourself as consciousness? You must be totally equal to your spirit, to your soul, to your human form, and all other bodies that lie between. The states, the state bodies I call them, the state bodies. The body called good, the body called bad. When you prefer the good body to the bad body, it's imbalanced. Totally centered, totally down the middle. Everything out of the way, please. Every body, every state out of the way, and it's pushed right round behind you, all walking, marching in the same line now, you see. That's why they do it the breaststroke, you see. Push everything behind so I can come forward and meet this consciousness that I am. You're removing everything by merging, but not in front, not an obstacle, not another hurdle, not another wall, not another thought. No, everything behind. Deny everything, you see. Subtle body behind, spiritual body behind, soul body behind, anger body behind, hope body behind, belief body behind, pain body behind, pleasure body behind, breathing body behind. All bodies are state bodies, apart from the three main bodies. Human body, which operates on its own. It doesn't need another state. It doesn't need the state of anger and identity. It doesn't need the state of happiness, your gross body. It survives on its own. It is its own states. Eat, pee, sleep. You can't separate that from this body. It'll do it on its own. It'll find something to eat. It will find something somewhere to sleep. It will go to sleep. It will find something. It has to pee. It can't operate without the toilet. So you have to merge. And yes, yeah, okay, I believe these words. So, okay, right, now I'm my state body, now I'm my soul body, and now I'm my spirit body, and all other bodies equally. What do I do? There's still something to do. There is still an experience. That is why consciousness, an experiencer of pure consciousness, which is beyond all states, you see, beyond nirvana, beyond samsara, where you actually have a experience of totality, where all bodies meet. They all meet. And explosion. An explosion of joy, an explosion of bliss, an explosion of, we're all one again. And this explosion is set off by this meeting, Michelangelo, Sistine Chapel. Yeah? When consciousness, your whole self, meets your whole self, God included within the two. Brahman included within the two. This meeting is not of you and yourself. This meeting is of the whole idea, the whole concept of Brahman, God, angels, Christ, Buddha, Shiva, Krishna. All is there. They're all there as one. When you say they and you, you're still two. You see, you're still not merged. Wholeness meets wholeness. Consciousness and the wisdom of consciousness is revealed then. You become the witness consciousness, the wisdom consciousness, and everything makes sense. There's no more separation, no more wars, no more peace, no more pain, no more pleasure. Well, I don't know if I like that. I like the pleasure bit, you see. Because consciousness is beyond all these states, you see. It is much sweeter. It's the essence of consciousness that exists within you as you. When you take this hand, it is form, flesh, bones, and all the other things that make it up. Yeah? But what holds it together? What holds the china cup together? The china cup is held together with china. What holds the china together, you see? Let's go one step further than Vedanta. What holds the china together? What holds your hand together? Yeah? When you divide it up to flesh, bones, blood, veins, arteries, all these stuff, you've separated again. What holds this thing together? This hand is a beat of consciousness. But the beat must begin at a point. The essence, which is a sense that makes no sense to your human senses. This sense is consciousness itself, buried in the core of your being, constantly here, revealing itself, constantly penetrating every single thing. Every molecule has a sense of consciousness, has the essence of consciousness. Consciousness holds everything together. When your body passes consciousness that you are becomes free from gross body, free from spirit body, free from soul body. How could it be free though? It's held these things together and suddenly it just says, no, no, no more. That's enough. Everything that you are right now slowly comes back into the same seed and disintegrate into your pure self again. Where you, as consciousness, can take on another soul body, another spirit body, another gross body, and more state bodies. Consciousness is a substance that is of no substance. But when you say it's no substance, it has a substance. It's a constant changing thing, constantly evolving within itself, constantly contradicting itself. When you, this body that you think you are, come up against problems every day, it's because the mind is pushing you towards doing. It wants you to experience the problems, as well as the things that you love experiencing. You are only here in this human body to awaken. You shouldn't have to awaken because you were put here in your human body by yourself, by your soul, by your spirit, a negotiation that when you come here that you will be pure being with flavors of human, flavors of nature, flavors of experiencing, flavors of tasting, flavors of education, science, religion. But the core of you coming here is not to awaken, because these flavors, you know, are coming and going. They're coming and going. When you hang on to the flavor and it takes you for a journey, the flavor of being famous, or the flavor of being a world leader, or the flavor of being the most compassionate saint in the world, you're attached to your human state, your human flavor. So you have to awaken then and come back. And in Vedanta they call it home. To awaken and to become enlightened. I don't like this term enlightenment. It is simply a realization. It's simply a shift to know that I am all bodies within myself equally. I am balanced, centered, and stable. And sometimes flavors of opposing states can come in. Flavors of I. But in truth, I am consciousness. Not a brain chemical. An absolute miracle. An absolute fact. Not many have tasted the ultimate experience, the ultimate truth, the ultimate wisdom that so many speak about. It takes years to learn how to operate your tongue and to try and reiterate some of the experiences. But in truth, it matters not. Because living life, existence, all names of consciousness, is the only thing. There is no quality of living in consciousness, but there seems to be flavors of qualities of living as a human. There is no judgment within consciousness, but flavors of judging sometimes now and then. When you become the total judge, the total conservative, the total Labour, the total Republican, the total Democrat. When you can't see anything but that, you're attached to something that's going to keep you moving around the roller coaster in the same bend, round and round, round and round, until you realize, I'm here to experience myself as life. Consciousness speaking now, you see. Consciousness is speaking now. Consciousness says, I'm here to experience myself, as life, as whatever has been created. I am that. I am God. I am Brahman. I am human. I am worm. I am maggot. I am slave. All flavors. I am all flavors. But I am before all flavors. I am the creator of the flavors. Not alone, not independent. But aware that every body that I have, spirit, soul, human, state bodies, astral body, are absolutely the same quality, equal consciousness. Not one is superior. And when they're all together, you become that superhero to yourself. You can fly anywhere. Because when you realize the mind is external and coming through you, and you follow the mind, you're away. Round Saturn. I'm joking, but not joking. Your mind can take you anywhere. Your mind can create anything that you want. You won't get it in the particular order that you like or you want it, but you'll get it. So be careful what you wish for. Don't wish for too many flavors, and don't wish to be attached to a particular flavor. Let everything come and go. Let everything be as it is. Consciousness is pure, pure loving, pure living, pure existence, pure allness, pure wholeness, pure isness, pure here-ness, pure now-ness. Past and future are flavors. Something apparently experienced the past. Something may experience the future, if it comes. But I'm only interested in the present moment. So many speak about consciousness. This speaker says consciousness is. And it's not what you think. Because you are before your thoughts. You are before thinking. And if you're consciousness, you are the root, the point of all. Not a chemical in the brain. The brain translates. The brain is, everything is important. Everything is valid. Don't deny this human body. Don't deny your spirit body. Don't deny your subtle body. Don't deny your soul body, your astral body, your state bodies. They're all within you. But when too many flavors of each body comes, it can work the opposite. You can have too many human state flavors. But you can also have too many soul flavors. You're away soul, all the time in the soul. Soul, soul, soul. Soul, soul, soul. Yes, it's all angels and this and that and wow, yeah. You know, like you're on drugs all day, you know. You cannot be like that, you see. But in your human state, when you want to end this suffering, this depression, you would rather have this soul, subtle, astral, flying everywhere, emptiness, paradise, wonderful, beautiful, lucid, transcendental, meditative states. And why not, you see? Why not? If that's the way you have to balance by experiencing all other bodies that's within you, you do it. Because if you don't experience them, how will you want to be them? as one. Use this life well. Awaken. Awaken. Waken up. Forget about enlightenment. It'll come, if that's what the word you want to use. Whether it's nirvana or samsara or whatever state you describe it as. Experience consciousness. By accepting everything about yourself, including your soul, your spirit, your astral, everything that comes within you is relevant to you as pure consciousness that you are. Consciousness is like a magical powder. It holds the universe together and becomes the universe. It holds humans together and becomes human. It holds nature together and becomes nature. It holds the cosmos together, the galaxies together, and becomes the cosmos and the galaxies. It holds the planets together and becomes planets. Consciousness has to be here first, and everything that you see, smell, touch, taste, and hear are the result of consciousness living. But within it is this essence. When you experience God, whatever you want to call this immaculate meeting that you are guaranteed, if you are disciplined enough, if you are desperate, determined enough to follow this path, whether it's through Vedanta, whether it's through Hinduism, whether it's through Catholicism, whether it's through Christianity, but it has to go through yourself. You have to devour Christianity. You have to swallow it, regurgitate it. You don't have to learn every word. You have to become it. Every moment of your day, keep your eyes on Christ. Can you do it? He's not out there. He's not in a book. He's not on a cross. He's within you. Keep your eyes on yourself as Christ. Don't let any religion or negative mind come in the way of your awakening. Deny them all. Only you exist for this period of time, this period of awakening, of blossoming, of blooming, of becoming pure, undiluted, untarnished, undiminishing, untouchable consciousness that you are. Use your brain to translate what's going to come. And your brain will love it. Because your brain is also consciousness. It will experience itself. Up to now, you just think it's a machine, a working machine. It gets no rewards. It gets no pats in the back. No goodies in Sunday night. You just expect it to do its stuff. Your awakening will enhance your whole bodies and your whole states and your whole world and your whole past and your whole future will become apparently very true. Truth is beyond you, as you, for you, revealing you, within you, out with you, everywhere and nowhere. Truth is that what is. Be yourself. Experience yourself. Know yourself. And you'll love yourself. And your name, consciousness. And beyond.